Hi, I'm Scott from AFR, and we're down here in Chatsworth, California at QMP, otherwise known as Quarter Mile Performance, and we're here to check out some real cool stuff. Come on in. This is like been the inner workings of one of like the best in the, not just in the California, one of the real hardcore, respectable engine building facilities. We're fortunate that they use AFR Heads, you know, on a lot of their stuff.
We got them scattered all over. Right here is what we're working on right now. We have a 540 with a dart block, scat rotating kit, kind of like a street strip deal. It's going to be I'll put a little bit of nitrous on it. Got a set of AFR heads on it. One thing about the AFR head that I have seen on even big blocks and small blocks is you don't have to run as much timing.
Yeah.
As a traditional big block, you're probably gonna be, you know, 38 degrees all in, you know, or something like maybe even 39 to make peak power. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. But the chamber, the more efficient the chamber is, the less time you gotta run. Honestly, that's why Fords run less timing.
Which is a benefit.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want to run
as little as you can.
If you can make great power with low timing, that's what you want. That's efficiency. So I have seen that pattern, which is pretty good. This is a pretty basic deal. This is just an FE motor, but the guys had problems with it here and there. So he came here because he's been to 3 places and he has the same problem. He kind of had nowhere else to go. And he's like, and I heard that you guys, you know, you'll figure it out and everything. And I think we did and everything, but it's like, man, like, you know, where's all the easy ones? Where's the bolt together motors and everything?
They're gone.
Yeah.
And your reputation has exceeded that.
Yeah, so now we get the complex ones and everything, the ones that everybody else can't figure out.
This is the kind of stuff, roller cam type blocks.
Wow. So
these are the kind of engines that get built here. They're roller cam type engines. They're not.
Yeah. So this has
not all though, right, Mikey?
No.
But a lot.
Roller bearings and everything.
Bush lifters. Those are the kind of builds that happen here.
Yeah.
On a lot of the builds, they're that high-end type builds. That's why I get my machine work done here.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot going on in there.
A lot, as you'll see. Let's go take a look at all this stuff. Mikey, show them around real quick. So all the other stuff.
This is pretty much our cylinder head area. Some things are in process, most things are in bags, are done and everything. This is our flow bench. We do we have a small little just, you know, accordion room that we do some minor stuff in. This thing is amazing, the finish it'll leave on stuff now. And it's really, really nice with today's gaskets, the Cometic gaskets and stuff.
Oh, you can do it a nice enough finish for the Cometics?
Beyond.
Beyond, okay.
I mean, we profilometer all that stuff and everything, and we check all the surface finish and everything, and we're way beyond there.
Really?
Yeah, okay. With this.
And you were going to almost get rid of it.
Every machine you see, you have double the amount in tooling, maybe more. The CNCs will be, or the honing machines, we have 2.5 times, maybe 3 times the amount in tooling and honing heads and stuff like that than what the machine actually costs. So when people see their equipment, they're like, oh, that's a, you know, it's a whatever price machine or something like that. Yeah, that's nothing.
That's always been the case. It doesn't matter if you bought
it's a tooling.
20, 30 years ago, you just bought a standard seat and guide machine.
Right.
It's always been the case. It was always the tooling, always the tooling, always the tooling.
Yeah. But that's what you're using it for and everything. This is our little system, and every cylinder head, engine project, whatever, it has all the information you can put in here and everything. And then this is probably about maybe half the box we have here in the machine. We have them scattered all over. Anybody that dynos will get this kind of a collection. I mean,
dyno headers.
Ridiculous how many headers you'll end up. And there's always gonna be a time you're gonna have to call another dyno place and say, hey, do you have this header for this you know, engine or whatever, there's always something you don't have.
One of my favorite places
Yeah.
in the entire shop.
Yeah. It's the dyno room. I'm the only one that runs the dyno here. And then, not saying anybody else couldn't run it, but dynos can be tricky. Dynos are not just like start it up, throw the handle down. It doesn't work like that. Dyno is just like any other machine in the world. It has quirks. It has a feel to it. You gotta know what it's gonna do before it does it, because sometimes a dyno, like, it doesn't prime quite right and everything, and it won't grab the motor. So if you're just one of the people that are just like, oh yeah, it should do it, and I'm just gonna, you just send the motor out of outer space.
Yeah.
So it's a very feel thing, and because I've run it for a while, this one, like, I would be very timid on running someone else's dyno, because I haven't run it,
and that's after what, 15 years or?
Yeah, 18 years running this dyno.
Yeah.
And I feel like every dyno has its own little quirks to it. And I make sure it doesn't leak, it runs good, everything's happy, especially the hydraulic roller stuff. All the cylinders are firing properly and everything's good. And that way, when the guy puts in the car, if it's a brand new build, he built a wiring harness, he built everything. Let's say the car doesn't run, or it doesn't run right. He knows, and I know, the engine is okay. Now he can take that out of the equation. I know the engine's fine.
Mechanically, it's
let me look at something else.
Yeah.
Let me look at the harness. Let me look at all my grounds and everything. Otherwise, you're like, well, maybe there's something wrong with the engine.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why. So a lot of times it's not all just tuning and making power. A lot of times it's peace of mind.
Now you're entering into the most insane, exotic, crazy world.
This is where all the machining goes on. And I mean, when I mean machining, I mean like psycho, yeah, the things they can do or come up with, or just build a fix. I'll have Brad talk a little bit about the home.
Brad Lagman, he's the owner at QMP.
What's up, brother?
He's a good dude. Known him for like 100 years.
Yeah.
He likes the Pittsburgh Steelers, but don't hate him on. Don't hate him for that.
A normal home has 2 shoes and 2 stones. That's how it homes.
And this one, you set whatever motor you want, and it's all CNC controlled, and we started at 4559, it'll stop at 4564, and from 1 to 8, they'll be within a couple tenths, you know, in a roughing cycle. And then it'll get closer as we let it cool down, aluminum block, expands a lot of heat, we'll finish it. But it holds 8 diamonds, you know, so this one you still have to control with the crown.
Do these diamonds wear at any particular weight?
But man, you can, like petrified stones, you go through those fast. This set I could probably do 150 blocks. 8 holders, 8 diamonds, just this one little set right here,
Yeah.
$2,500. One operation, that's it. So you need 3 or 4 operations for that 250 bore increase.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what you're doing, and that's why I'm out of racks. So these are just full. Yeah, it gets expensive. So we have holders in the arc for every 250 thousandths of bore increase. So that keeps the arc.
Okay,
So if your arc's at, say, 3,700 at 5 inch, you're only going to use about 40% of that diamond.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's bigger.
Yeah.
Right? You see, vice versa. So that's why there's so many diamonds.
Right.
So this one's 8, and then this one's 12.
People are sending blocks, by the way, from around the country, not just around the valley here or Southern California, but around the United States are getting sent to this location right here just to get blocks machined, bored and honed right here, boxed back up, and sent back out of state by this guy. And
It's unbelievable how many blocks we hold now a year.
out of state, right here, just, hey, can you bore and hone my block? And then box it back up and send it to me back out of state so I can build my stuff. Right here, by this guy. Yeah.
Woo! Like the DWP song.
So, in here we have more home heads. These are all lifter board.
lift core bushing,
It doesn't seem like it's harder and harder to get stuff. So now we stock our own stuff. If we're doing a block and we need a set of bushings, we buy 3 sets. So these are all torque plates. We make our own torque plates.
On the Centroid?
Yeah, we make them on there, yeah.
Okay.
So all these you can see are 2-piece with the biddies. So they're all pocket milled. So they work just like a cylinder head.
Wow.
So that's how we do the hot homing. But we don't have to hot home with these. So that's why we make them. We make every torque plate we make, we just make it a hot home plate. Because we can use it either way. Yeah. Over here, this is Sam. Say hi, Sam. Hi. This is just a normal Bridgeport, but we originally had a BHC box, but we started going bigger and bigger and bigger on camp tunnels and blocks and everything, so we made our own box to accommodate us a little bit more. So this only does the camp tunnels. But if we do any kind of like probing for cylinder heads or copying, we use a ferro arm and everything. Measuring pistons is so hard. Most people have a piston, they have a bite, and it's a feel. And the piston's tapered. So you have to measure it in a certain spot. Well, now you're like this. You know, as long as I've been building motors and everything, I always had Brad measure the piston. Because I felt like he did it more machining and everything, and he's got a better feel than I do. Well, that shouldn't be like that. Now I can come in here, zero this thing out, and come in here and just touch base off the piston right to this mic, and I can measure this piston at any point. You can measure this piston at any point. You can measure this piston at any point. Anything that's round, we can measure now, and it just like kind of Legos onto the thing. Started out as a piston deal, but it really evolved into, a tremendous amount of stuff we can measure with it now. But it helps, like I said, with doing that with consistency throughout any employee at our shop. No matter what, anybody can use this, and everybody's going to come up with the same number. So we took the feel out of everything, and now we have just hard numbers.
Hey, listen, we appreciate you guys' time and using your stuff, and these guys have been friends of mine for, since before they opened this place. They worked
in their garages and line backs and everything.
Line backs and stuff. We've all known each other for a long time and building engines and doing stuff, and they're really good guys and good people, and I'm fortunate to know them and stuff. So I really appreciate you guys' time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for watching. All right, thank you so much, guys. All right. Hey, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.
Thanks for watching Airflow Research. Get a pair.